Here we go. Nice job. You came the cool way. Bye-bye. Yeah. Wah-ha! Wait a sec. Don't you want Thank you. What a pretty sunset. Wowie zowie! Life's full of surprises. Life's full of surprises. Like, quiet days can be nice too. Here we go.
Ouch! Whoa, sorry!
Getting kinda dizzy. Bye. Wonderful!